toy fans. So, starting off the year 2026, I mean, it's been interesting a day in, but hey, you know what? Into 2025, the Christmas, or I'm sorry, not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, able to find this at Walmart. Now, this is a January 1st release. This is, of course, The Mandalorian. Chance to get it. I picked it up. They had a few at my local Walmart, and I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and get this. Now, I'm a big fan of The Mandalorian, well, at least seasons 1 and 2. I like Grogu. I like a lot of the story. I'm kind of excited about the movie. I'm kind of concerned as well, but I'm hoping that we'll get something decent out of it. Now, this is Mandalorian and Grogu's speeder bike. This is actually, I believe, the speeder bike from, I guess it would be like the second season when they, Raiders. I know that there was a speeder bike there that had a Tusken Raider thing, and they didn't battle Tusken Raiders, but they were battling the Crate Dragon with the Tusken Raiders. One of my absolute favorite episodes ever. And of course, Cobb Vanth with his speeder bike. I think it comes with a Cad Bane. I will probably be getting that one as well. Now, I don't get too many Star Wars sets, but this one to me was a must-have. Now, it's only 58 pieces. I figured we'd put it together and, you know, check it out. But first, let's look at this box. So we got, of course, Mandalorian and Grogu on the front. We get Mandalorian and Grogu there. We get the Mandalorian Grogu kind of like imaging up here with Star Wars. We get to see the Mandalorian there, and that should be a 1-to-1 scale. On the back, we get Mando and Grogu there. We see that Grogu fits up on that bike as so. And then we get some Tatooine stuff in there. On this side, of course, Mando and Grogu again, and then legalese, and there's the barcode if you need it. Other than that, that's it. I mean, more legalese, and that's it. So, let's go ahead. Now, I have popped this because I'll probably end up keeping this box. I popped it open like that. We'll go ahead and grab our tray. And we're going to open it up, take a look and see what all is in there. We do get, for that, put our box over here. We do get our booklet, and it looks like a pretty basic build. Of course, we got the Lego builder there. I'll scan this in, get points. You get to see how to put the minifig together. So he does come with a cloth cape, which is nice. Of course, we get the baby Grogu, and then we get to put together our speeder bike. And it doesn't look like there's anything particularly too difficult about it. We do get some pages with some cross-sell art. That Cobb Vanth speeder is definitely one on my list that I do plan on getting. I might get on my list that I do plan on getting. I might get, I don't know, I was thinking about that Grogu. Cobb Vanth is a definite, okay? So we do have, of course, our soft goods piece that comes in this little box to keep it from getting crushed. So we'll put our little cape there. Go ahead and toss that off to the side. We get our little harness piece right there, which is pretty cool. And then we get our bagged items. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this up. And we get some modified grills and a bunch of stuff to make it look like a speeder bike. So, that being said, let's go ahead and put Mando together first. So we've got his printed legs, printed torso, and printed arms. How cool is that? Very nice. Now, we do have the cape. It is the long style cape. And then we do get Din Djarin's face. Nice kind of look for Pedro Pascal. He does not come with a hairpiece, but we do get the Mando helmet. Now, this is not the one with the T-visor cut out of it. It is the full helmet with the printed visor pieces on there. We're going to go ahead and give him this pistol here. Now, there is a part of me that kind of wishes that they would have done his full, instead of just a pistol, his full rifle. And it does come with an extra pistol. I might be going back looking for those pieces and putting together a little rifle kit. Now we do, oops, we got that one there. Oops, we got that one there. And like I said, these are pretty basic instructions. Got that there. Another slope. And then 2 plates on them. So one that actually go down. So snot again being actually go down. So snot again being stud not on top, which is pretty good. Okay. We got a couple of these modified tiles, or tiles with modified grill on it. So 1 and 2. Okay. And then it looks like we're putting a lingot and then a 1x2 plate part together there. Going to the next. So we've got our, let's see, that goes up on top. Then we got a 1x2 curved plate. And then we got another one of these that's going to go right here on the end. So again, pretty basic bike. Nothing too crazy about it. We do our 1x1 modified snot. That's got the diversion that goes down. And then it looks like we've got one piece that fits off on the side. So another plate with bar for hinging. Pretty cool. Now, we do need that Baby Bjorn from Baby Yoda now. So we'll go ahead and pull Baby Yoda out. I'm going to put that in here. Off on the side. And then we've got a stud with modified posts that's going to go upside down into that service hole and hold that Baby Bjorn in place. And that could be like Baby Yoda's disasters. Ah, there it is. I found it. So we do have one. And that goes right there on top of our disc. That's going to plug into there. And then we'll do the same thing where we're building another bar. 1 and 2. Right there. Snap that into place. I like to make it to where the actual manufacturing holes go on the inside. So I'm going to turn that and fix it. Just like that. 1 and 2. There we go. Pretty cool. And then it looks like we're building the front of this thing. So we'll go 1 and 2. So we got the plates with the claws. So we'll go 1 and 2. So we got the plates with the claws, which is nice. And then we'll put another one of those 1x2 rounded plates. Actually a couple more snot plates. But this time the snot plates actually, they're 1x2s, but they turn up. So they're inverted up snot plates. And then this carriage piece is going to fit to there. And then we're going to put a lingot right on the end. Just like that. And then we've got our 2x2 slanted plates. 1 and 2. 2. So 1, 2 of these studs in there. And this might be something as simple as to attach other pieces or for texture as well. Let's see. Oh, let's take the studs off. I chose the wrong ones. We're not doing studs. We're actually doing these bars over here. So they're the studs with bars. They almost look like little blasters, but they're not. I can't remember what part of the speeder bike into here. So we could have a couple of driving handles. Very nice. All right. So this is supposed to fit, I think, right onto here. Boom. This snaps into place there and there. Yeah. Then you put Grogu in the side. And then you could put Mando over here. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that there's nothing that indicates what's on the back. So my guess is that this is supposed to snap onto the back of the bike. So he has a place for his blaster. And then you can put Mando on top. Put out his arms so he can grab his controls. And there you go. Vroom, 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 right? You can have them fly around and do all the wonderful things he needs as a Mandalorian, huh? All right, so we're going to apologize, it's a little fuzzy, but we're going to kind of look at him here. So there's a lot of, like, for a $10 set, this is not bad at all. It does feel like piece-wise and such, it does feel almost like a poly bag, but it's, most poly bags are going to be at about 33 pieces, sometimes 40. This is at 58. This goes a little bit over, but this is also a Star Wars kit. You do technically get two minifigs. You get Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, and you get a baby Grogu. And you get some specialty pieces here and there. It's pretty cool. There are some areas, like it would have been nice to have something that would have made it sit up off the ground so it looks like it's floating. That's all stuff that you can do in mod after the fact. On Din Djarin is actually very nice. And it is his newer full Beskar suit, which is actually pretty cool. The Grogu minifig is delightfully cute. I happen to like this figure a lot. Getting him in and out of that Bjorn on the bike is a bit of a challenge because he wants to stick and stay in it. But, the fact that I've got this little baby Yoda is very, very nice. Let's take a look at it from the top end. That might make things a little bit easier. So there you go. So this is, in my opinion, a pretty cool set. And I'd have to admit, I happen to like this one a lot. I think that it works for what we're getting. The instructions and everything are pretty easy. We get a few pieces left over for building, so there's plenty to mod and to do things with. This is a cool set, and I'm glad to have gotten it. So that way I can play with it a little bit more. Well, I say play with it a little bit more. Get to show it off a little bit more. All right. That's all I got to say about this. I thank you all for showing up. I appreciate you. This is a pretty basic and good review. I'll probably shoot another review of it once I get the new camera in and put that out. But I thank you all for showing up today. If hopefully this helps you make a decision on this. Yeah, it's